peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. I'm doing my. Where you at? There you go, there you go. Where's everybody at? Peanut butter jelly. I'm trying to fix my screen. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. I'm just going to keep playing this. Oh, I didn't even know this part to it. Did y'all know this part? Now break it down and freeze. Where you at? There you go. I didn't even know they had that part. Break it down and freeze? Look at me. How long have I been singing that peanut butter jelly song and I didn't even know they had a break it down and freeze, or is it break it down and freeze part? Look at us learning things. Who's here? Project Shark, Clubhouse Entertainment. Hello. I'm back. You helping me study. You want me to help you study? What are you studying? Because there's things I can help with. I'm good at math. I'm good at science. Oh, look, VS over on, remember I'm doing my dual stream, TikTok, YouTube. Although I'm late today, 30 minutes late. I just got sidetracked. Mary's here and Tejas. I remember Clubhouse Entertainment studying. And Binaji, hi. So proud of Camilla. Askat, that's Mary. Let's get to talking about that first. Can we? Because if you even notice, oh, look, I don't have something. I just woke up. That's kind of why I'm late. I'm in my PJs. I come a lot on my PJs. I don't care. I'm in quarantine. I don't need to get dressed. I know. I never heard the extended version of that song, Mr. Curious. I was surprised. I was like, what is that? Break it down and freeze. I don't think I listened to that song through it anyway. Let me say some highs to more people. Akshad is here. Hi. Saz. I also came in your last live session. I told you that I had to go because I know. Clubhouse. Yes, I remember you. Did you do well on the test? That's what we need to know. Now, but let's get back because Mary said she's so proud of Camilla, right? And yesterday, I named my chat today. Let's talk about the vice president nominee, Kamala Harris. Camilla has inspired us women, not just in the U.S., but well, that was the first thing. And that's why I was like, we have to talk about this. Even though I like to talk entertainment most of the time, I still like my politics. I do. I follow. Look, I'm the kind of person, I have the TV on all day long. A lot of people put music on all day long. I have the TV on all day long. In the background, even if I'm doing work, I usually I'll keep it on some stuff, like if it's just fun entertainment things. But most of the time I keep it on the news. And I like my politics. I do. And especially since Corona and all that stuff, I like to keep it on the news and just keep up to date. And I'm not just even one of these that only does one news station. Listen, because they say like the Fox News, you watch that, then you're conservative. And if you watch this one, then you're liberal. And I can tell, listen, watching the news all day, I notice the difference in the two. But that's why I watch both. I think it's important to watch both sides of the news for everything. If you're more conservative, I like to watch the conservative news and see things they're talking about, because they'll talk about stuff that the other stations don't talk about, and the same with the liberal. But everybody, all the stations yesterday was talking about the Kamala Harris. And then one thing that struck me, because I was like, I cannot wait to go on my live today, which was yesterday, but I said tomorrow, and talk about the Kamala Harris nominee, because number one, woman nominee, which I'm like, hey. But we knew that was going to happen. I mean, we knew that Biden was going to have a woman choice. I don't even think he had, even on his top contenders, he didn't even have one man. We knew it was going to be a woman. And then I was like, well, listen, if he's smart, which I was kind of nervous about, because Biden has said some dumb things even in recent times, and during the protests, and he said some things where I was like, Biden, just like, you will win, Biden, if you just don't talk and let Trump do the talking. and you just don't say nothing and just keep your mouth zipped. Just don't say nothing so I was nervous I was like, oh, I don't know about his picks. We're going to be nervous about this. And Kamala Harris, half, right? Isn't she half like African American? Her father's from Jamaica. Oh, and I was arguing with people yesterday because they were like, she's not, you can't call her African American because her father's from Jamaica. That's not African. I was like, listen, do you not know the history in Jamaica? They did the same thing as the U.S. They brought in slaves from Africa, sold them in Jamaica. That's how they have the Afro. It's called African Jamaican. And then she was born here American. I don't know why they're arguing with that. But then the other half, Indian. Isn't she like from the Tamil or something I was reading? I was like, oh, I can't go. I can't wait to go talk about live tomorrow to my people about Camilla. Because I know a lot of people are like, oh, the first African American, people are excited about that. Not me. I was excited. I was like, oh, because she's half Indian. That's my girl. That's my peeps. I screamed. That's the one I wanted. I know a little bit about her politics and stance, but that wasn't even the number one thing on my mind. I was like, she's half Indian. That's what excited me and why I was most excited. I have to admit, that's why, because I was like, that's my people. That's my heart and soul right there. Y'all know you got my heart. My soul is Indian. I mean, it's American too, but I'm just saying, if there was any other country that just I can relate to like that, it's my Indian peeps. It is, and I was excited for that. All right, let me come in the comments because I know y'all are excited. What is it? All right, yeah. I got too far back. Oh, what I mess up? I don't see. Oh, here we are. All right, where's the comments? Oh, this how excited I got. I got a little too excited with this, but it was a big deal for me. All right, do you remember? Yes, Mary inspired. Yes, Ash. I have only one request. Oh, I know, Clubhouse the Pinky. We'll get to talking about these requests later. Let's get through the Camilla because I got some things I need to get off my chest that I'm mad at YouTube about. We'll talk about this in a minute. All right, I said, Amanda, please nominate yourself for president candidate. We will all vote for you. We want a jolly person like you to be president. Lots of love. All right, so are you in the U.S.? Can you vote? Don't think I've looked into it. Not for president, but I was like, because I get in my politics. I get into it. I have strong opinions, and my opinions is not even like, it's hard for me to say like I'm Democrat because I don't even feel like I'm just Democrat. I'm definitely not Republican because most of my beliefs and things lean towards Democrat, but I don't like to put myself in like a category because there's also things on the Republican side that I believe in too. You know, that's why I don't like to put Democrat. I say I'm Democrat because most of my leanings are that way, but it's hard to. But I do have some political, passions that I've even looked and like, well, how do I do this local stuff? I don't know if the world in the politics is ready for me. I don't know. Because number one, like I speak my mind, I do. And then stuff will come out my mouth. I don't even think, and that's not good for politics, right? But I believe in wanting to change the world for the better. And what's the best way to do that is politics. I don't know. But RS would vote for me. Now, I don't know if I want to be president. I don't know if I want all that because, all right, I want to get to comments. We'll talk about, I want to read some of these comments. Have you ever heard of Sitar and both are Indian? No, wait, maybe Partha. I kind of heard of this Sitar from a long time ago, but we'll have to revisit that one. Hey, Amanda, I've been asking for, I know, Akshay, we are going to talk about that when I'm mad at YouTube, all right? Oh, Teachers, yes, today is the Janai Master birth of the Lord. I thought that was yesterday. Oh, wait, it's still today for y'all, right? Wait, is today still 11? It's on the 11th because today's the 12th here. So it's the 11th there. And this is, well, all right. We'll get back to Camilla. 1 second, because I too many people are talking about this, and I'm gonna have to tell you I'm mad at YouTube because how many all this week did I put YouTube reactions up to songs? One, and that's why I have to say it now. One was in honor of the Lord, the Krishna. How is I say that right? Krishna, and this day, and I did a song for that reaction. Blocked. Monday, I did reactions. Blocked. Why? Everything I'm putting up now on YouTube, they blocking it. I'm like, why? It's got me frustrated. If you want to see it, it's in my Facebook group. Because once YouTube blocked it, I'm like, fine, y'all block it. I'm still not be able to share it. So I put the whole video up in my Facebook group, just in there. So if you want to go watch those videos that I posted Monday, but I'm getting tired of YouTube just blocking my videos. It's like it's getting worse and worse. And people are like, well, you can pause and start again. Do you know how hard that would be to edit? That might take me all day. I have enough trouble right now. I need like my own little editor if I'm going to have to do that. That was my rant. Let me get back to happier times. Because look, Mary said, unfortunately, in India, women aren't taken too serious in political arena. Here's why Camilla I don't say her name right either. Has inspired and made us proud. Y'all know I get names wrong. And I was practicing this because last night I was talking to my husband and I'm like, is it, because he was like, it's like Kamala. But then I heard people say Kamala. And I keep saying Camilla, which I know Camilla's wrong because there ain't illa at the end. But I think it's Kamala. I gotta say it right. Kamala. I'm from India and Kamala Harris is my own state and own city and I support. Saz, you get out of here with that. We want to talk some more politics about this with the support Donald Trump. This remind Saz, how do you boot Saz? Saz, that better be a joke. He has a lot of laughing after that talking about support Donald Trump. It better be a joke. Because this is what I was saying. I was on Twitter because I will tweet my politics a lot on Twitter. So much. At one point I was like, if I go missing, I've been tweeting a lot of Donald Trump hate lately. If I go missing, y'all come look for me up in the feds got me or something. As much as hate I've been tweeting. But I was talking about, because it came out that Russia supports Trump, of course. And then they said like India, or no, they said it was China and Iran supported Biden. Which, I mean, I could see why, because first of all, I feel like, we all know how we feel about China. We know how to, we don't have to get into that. We just they talking about, and I feel though like China has a lot invested right in the US. Is this not true? Like if our economy crashes, China's, I feel like it's gonna be right behind because we have like this global economy. So of course they do. I feel like Russia don't. So they just want to see the US crash. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Oh, so I was tweeting. I was like, because they were like, oh, well, China and Iran support Biden. Like that was like a bad thing. I was like, and then I said China and Iran and Canada. And I started just naming all the countries that support Biden too. And then they had this one guy from Canada who was like, well, I want Trump. And I was like, you were the first Canadian I have ever heard that says they want Trump. And I had to ask him why. And he was like, oh, because he is for his country and country first and all this. And then it got me mad. I was like, you sitting over there in the cushy Canada, right? You're in the cushy Canada, I call it. Right above there with your free health care health care for everybody in Canada gets their health care with your country protecting you from the COVID. You over there sitting pretty, and we're over here struggling under this tyrant, that's not caring about, just cares about, the dollars and everybody get back to work, and not cares about the lives of the people and all this stuff. And then you're going to support somebody like that because you over this fence looking over the fence. I was like, the grass ain't always greener. The grass ain't always greener. Come, you want to go leave all your free health care, come over here into this infected coronavirus country, and then say you want Trump. So yeah, look, I'm mad. I'm mad because I was arguing with him. I'm like, you can't say you want Trump and you living in another country where you get all the benefits that we are fighting for over here and Trump is against. I was upset. Let's go back to Kamala. Is Kamala the first woman nominee in president election of USA? Well, not teachers. Last election we had Hillary Clinton. I mean, she was the first woman nominated for president. Kamala is not the first woman nominated even for vice president for a big political party. She isn't. They had Sarah Palin, remember her? They had other women that has been nominated. The thing about Kamala, I still say her name, Kamala. I'm going to keep practicing. Kamala. I got to keep practicing. Y'all know how I am. And then when a name gets stuck in my head, I just keep saying it. She is the first woman for a major party nominated for vice president that is not white, right? I don't even want to say, well they say woman of color, because she's half Indian. That's what I was, oh my, that's what, and hardly nobody's even talking about that here. They're talking about, oh, she's the African-American, the first time. And I'm like, y'all better not forget my girl half representing over there, my Indian culture over there. So don't forget this. Guys, do you like Amanda? She is all, oh, Clubhouse. Sorry if I'm late. I just watched a video that taught me one thing. Cats and ballerinas will potentially bring about the end of the world. Why ballerinas? What are you watching, Mr. Carius? What are you watching? Ballerina's gonna end the world. Oh, I got comments over on TikTok. I didn't even notice. I'm here talking on YouTube. I'm going to Rickroll. What's a Rickroll? I don't know. See, that's why I don't know what they're talking about over there. Also, Priyanka Chopra posted a photo of her Insta. Read about it there. She is Indian. Your excitement is so true. Happy to see. It was really Death Battle Channel, Purple. I can't, with the ballerina. Mr. Carius, you gonna. Love story of Lord Krishna is very famous. His love story remain incomplete. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, I'm gonna have to look into that. I have strong feelings that someday Kamala may be U.S. president, woman in power. Yes. Mary, I'm glad Mary's here today. She's just as excited as me. Because that's the thing. I feel like and I think I'm so excited on top because it's my girl Kamala. That's who I wanted the vice president pick. And with Biden as a nominee, I was like, all right, we have Biden. I even put on my Facebook page today. I was like, Kamala Harris 2020. I was like, oh yeah, I'm Biden too. Because I was never excited about Biden. I was just like, all right, we have Biden. I could never get excited about Biden. I was definitely gonna vote for him, but I always felt, and I think he's even said this. I'm like, he's gonna be an interim president. He ain't gonna have more. If he gets it, he ain't gonna have more than one term. I don't think he wants it. Half the time, I don't think he even wants to be in the office. But I feel like he thinks a lot of people putting on like it's your responsibility because the economy's crashing. Just everything here is. And we need someone in there with experience to go in there and fix everything. Biden's been there. Biden was vice president when Obama. Obama came in after George Bush the Jr. And the recession, when the recession hit and they totally turned that around. So Biden has that experience, especially with the economy and everything, to be able to come in and turn it around. That's why I was like, that's why it's good we need Biden. But I don't feel like he's going to be in there for more than one term if he gets in. Kamala. Kamala. See, I'm still having problems. Kamala, I mean, yes, I could see it. I could see after, his term and everything that she could be like the big nominee. Usually, I mean, that's usually what you see. The vice presidents are a lot of times the one that runs for the presidential candidate after. And she's young. Depends on, we'll see what she does. We'll see what she does, but I'm excited. I know you're not much of a cartoon person, but I do recommend, believe it or not, it is about politics too, not ninja governors. Oh, is this like a anime type stuff? Because my daughter likes the anime. Lord Krishna birthday. Oh, it's on the 12th. How come I thought that was the 11th? So it is today, the 12th. Ayush, peanut butter jelly. Zodiac over there. Hey, Zodiac over on TikTok. All right. Do you think that you're the only one being blocked, Amanda? YouTube blocked my best. Really? I feel like you've two gotten worse with this. It's like, all right, it makes you not want to put videos up anymore, right? Mr. Carrot, you do all the work, you edit it and do all this stuff, do the video, and then put it up blocked. Put up another blocked. I'm like, it's like they don't want you to put content creators to put stuff up. It's frustrating, it is. Partha, give Indian classical music justice. Look, I'm not against it, Partha. I've heard some, I liked it. Watching from Bangladesh. Hi, RJ. I would like you to answer a question that I already asked Tessa. Would you raise baby Groot if you could? Like, I feel like that's not even a question. Of course. Who wouldn't want to have not even a baby Groot? I want to have the baby and watch him grow up to a little, maybe not teenager, because I got teenagers right now and they're driving me crazy. But yeah, yes. Low. And on top of it, Mr. Carey, through this quarantine stuff, I've embraced like gardening and growing my own things. I'm going to grow me a baby Groot one day, Mr. Curious. What are you drinking, coffee or tea? Coffee. Oh, I ain't doing that. I spilled my coffee once in front of my computer live. Y'all remember who was here for that? August 15th is Republic Day of India. First time India flag will be hoisted in Times Square, New York. Really? So is that like the Independence Day for America, Republic Day? Do you know tomorrow, I took out August 3rd. Well, what was Monday? The 10th? Yeah. Monday was my son's birthday, Zach, 15 years old. And then tomorrow is my wedding anniversary, 16 years. He was almost born on like the 1 year anniversary of our wedding. But yes, tomorrow is 16 years, my wedding anniversary. 16, it's crazy. Time flies. Time flies. I'm like 16 years already, and it's August 13th. We got married on Friday the 13th. We did. Friday, August the 13th. That's because y'all know I'm crazy like that. I was like, I want to get married on Friday the 13th and defy the odds, because they always say that's an unlucky day, right? Friday the 13th. But they've read the stories, and it's one of like people that got married on Friday the 13th have like the lowest divorce rates and all this stuff. It's because we were like, bring it. We don't need luck on our side. We got love and commitment and all that. We don't need luck, even if you say it's unlucky. So I was like, we're going to defy those odds. Everybody talking about that. Oh, Mary's going to help me say her name right. I've been practicing, Mary. You know, this is the hardest thing for me. I'm terrible at names. Look, I can't go into politics if I can't get people's names right. Kamala. This way you will say it properly. Kamala. So it's not Kamala. Not Kamala. It's Kamala. Kamala. I can remember that. Kamala. Is that right? Kamala. Mr. Aquarius. Another question. Did you ever check out my channel? Oh, I haven't, Mr. Aquarius. Listen, and I wanted to, and I'm sorry because I haven't, but it's been a hard week. Uh-oh, I lost my spot. Oh, here it is. I've had a hard week, y'all. Let me tell you what, y'all want to hear it? I want to get back talking about the politics because that's what I'm all fired up about, but I'm going to tell you all about my hard week. We've been living in this house 2 years. We moved, upgraded our house, wanted to get in a better school district, to send the kids and all that. Last November, the sump pump. So like we have a basement in our house, like we have the upstairs, but then a basement. And the basement has some rooms, like my son's room is in the basement. It has carpet, finish, everything. We have a little room for with a TV, little room. It has, and so last November, the sump pump went out. That means like if there's too much water, there's a pump down there that pumps it out and everything. It stopped. We had a flood. All right. They came in, they put a new sump pump in, they pulled up the carpet, and we had to get some work done. They had to jackhammer the cement and put trenches in there and do all this. $3,000 later, just that work done. So then my dad, y'all remember when we were live here, my dad came because he's a carpenter, and we brought flooring and he helped us put like the new flooring in. Well, guess what? Saturday, they had this terrible rainstorm. 5 inches came down in like so many hours or whatever. Some of the areas, we're lucky. Some areas they had cars under the water and stuff. Well, our sump pump went out again. This is a new one, not even a year old. They were like, oh, it must have been a faulty one or whatever. Oh, was it flooded again? New floors. Oh, I was about to cry. So we've been dealing with that. They had to come at 2 a.m. in the morning. This guy come in, put a new one in. They had water like that much all over. So we've been cleaning it up. We went and bought these big fans to try to dry it up. The flooring, this is the lucky thing, the flooring that we put in, because I was like, what's a basement? We have to be careful. So my dad came and put it. The flooring is like vinyl, has like a rubber bottom. So that don't get destroyed. And that's why I chose it. I'm like, I want something, if it got water in there, it won't mess up the flooring and everything. But still, like we're trying to get underneath is a little wet. So we're trying to like lift it up some and get the blowers under there. It's been a pain this week. I'm telling y'all. That's why I need good news. Kamala. Kamala is my good news. Am I saying it right, Mary? Okay. Vanish, all right, let me because I get behind on these comments. Y'all know I will. Who's over here? Cool Kobe. Hi, Cool Kobe. We Indians will celebrate if a woman of Indian origin becomes VP or even president in future, but will never accept a woman of other country as our PM. Woman of other. Like a woman for your country as like, you'll celebrate us having a vice president or president woman, but you're saying vanish that they would never let a woman there be a PM. Sonia Gandhi. Well, that's sad. Because you know what? I am all for women leaders. I think right now some of the women leaders are making best choices, especially with the COVID stuff. Because not only can they look like, I think a woman has that emotion, that emotion that you need to care for your people. Men do too, but I feel like women, we're highly emotional, and we have just that heart and connection that just makes us mothers and nurturers, right? Look at like New Zealand has the woman. I don't know, what is she, a president? I don't know what they call it in New Zealand, but they had the story like New Zealand 100 days with no COVID cases, and from right the get-go she was like on it and listened to the scientists and shut down the country and did what our country needed, and for the sake of the lives of her citizens. Right now, like I'm all for like the women leaders, emerging, and we're seeing all the good that they're doing, especially in this time. SSR case finally transferred to CBI, and many shocking revelations came up. So they got more revelations to teachers. They just got to make a movie about this. I can't keep up with all this stuff, teachers, right? It's just more and more stuff. Trump's karma will get him back. I hope, Mary. Because the stuff that's happening now, it's like, we'll talk about more politics. Cool Kobe's over there giving me the eyes and lips over on my TikTok. Because y'all know, do a live stream, TikTok and YouTube. I do live streams every Wednesday. Come back next week and do me the little eyes, Kobe. Oh, Trump. I mean, they always say, even in all politics, but even America, politics everywhere, that politics is corrupt. They do. Once they'll say, even though that people have good intentions, when they get into politics, it changes and they eventually become corrupt and everything. But I have never seen so much corruption as I have in the last 4 years, and especially this past year. Even recently, like, we're struggling, our economy's sinking and all this stuff, our unemployment's so like through the roof with the COVID's still everywhere and spreading, and the outbreaks, and people are dying. I mean, just yesterday, again, we had over 1,300 people die of COVID just yesterday. Still not doing nothing about it. And this weekend, and Congress is, so we had a stimulus package, like right when this began, to try to help the the people on unemployment, right? We get unemployment, $300 a week, which is not, you can't hardly live on that here. You can't, not even one person could live on that. That wouldn't even pay rent. So if one person, so they had the stimulus packages, they added to the unemployment every week, so much money and all this other stuff, right? And it ended, that stimulus package ended at the end of July. Well, Congress, because they got the Democrats on the Senate, and then the House is Republican, and they've been fighting for like 2 weeks to try to come up with a new package and agree on it to get it signed, right? And Republican, they'll push stuff in it. Even though here's a package to help the people, they'll put all this stuff in it. They'll put in, Republicans, I know one thing I read, they wanted to put in so much money, millions of dollars for fighter jets. I was like, fighter jets ain't gonna help unemployed. This is supposed to be helping for the COVID stimulus, and y'all putting in fighter jets. And then, I mean, I know people, the Democrats, the Republicans are mad, but they put in all this stuff about voting, which is like to try to help people vote, like wanting more vote, it's all about the mail-in votes and all this stuff. So they putting that in. And Republicans don't like that. So they've been fighting. And then last weekend, Trump comes in and says, well, I'm going to sign an executive order to do this stuff, which, number one, they're like, it's illegal to do all this, right? But he signs this order, which, that's why I said, I don't even think it was just all show, because it ain't even happening or going to happen. It's impossible. But one of the things was payroll tax deferment, like everybody that's got a job and has has money taken out every paycheck for taxes. So he's saying, we're going to have a payroll tax deferment. We'll stop it for now. And number one, 100%. Number one, if you stop the payroll tax, then people that get Social Security, the old people, 100% of their Social Security comes out the payroll tax. Medicare, which they're on, the older people, like, medical insurance type thing, that comes out the payroll tax. So that wouldn't be. So anyway, they were fighting that. But this is the kicker. Then he said, if I'm elected in November, I'm going to make that permanent. I was like, so you're on TV right now saying, like, I'm to defer this, but then if you elect me, then I'll do it for good. But only if you elect me will I stop it completely. I was like, this is like, he's on TV right now bribing American people. How is this not corrupt? It's just craziness that he's doing. And that's just one little example of the stuff that's going on that he's doing. Even to do these executive orders, they're saying it's like illegal and everything. And he does this stuff without even like thinking. He said defer the payroll tax, but then people are like, well, how about Social Security? Where that's money going to come if you don't have payroll tax? He don't know. He's just doing all this for show. And now it's gotten to the point he does so much of this kind of stuff. People just ignore him. Nobody even pays attention to him. Yeah, he will get his. Mr. Carey said, your angry romance remind me of the way people are when they see the ending of Avengers Infinity War. No. I do. It's just, I want to go back to the time when I'm not angry ranting because things were running smoothly and we can just like talk about the things I love again, like entertainment and stuff. But it's hard to talk about that stuff when just so much when reality is so much crazier than TV. That's why I get on these. I'm like, I don't even want to watch TV now because I can just watch the news and it's like a movie. It's like crazier than any movie you would think. Oh no, Tejas, am I? Did I? It's not Kamala. It's Kamala. Kamala. Oh, y'all are get. You can pronounce her name as Kamala. You'll get it right. Kamala. I'm never gonna get it right. Kamala. Kamala. Is it Kamala or Kamala? If Trump is elected again, he may stop business from China, and that business may come to India. And if you only blame him for this COVID situation and tell us what he could have done better. Size really is for Trump, ain't you? Number one, as mad as Trump is with the China and he'll call it the China virus and all that stuff, it sure hasn't stopped him from making trade deals with China. He's still going to do it because you know why? China is where they get like the cheapest stuff. And he even, when he first came into office, he even was like, came in and he even said, Saz, he was like, I'm going to, bring more jobs here and stop the trade and stop the imports so much. And guess what? It showed over 4 years, it has not only gotten, the stay the same, it's gotten like more imports for China. So it's not like he's bringing more jobs here. Number one. And number two, could he have done to stop the COVID? Saz, are you in US? No, he said he's not. You was over there. A lot. Number one, from the beginning, says he was ignoring the health people, going on TV saying COVID was a hoax. He could have, beginning when this happened, started to shut. And this is the thing. He only shut down. Like he was like, well, I stopped travel from China, but that's not where our COVID all came from. It came from Italy and Europe because it had already spread. So that was the only thing he did was stop travel to China, but it came from all the other places because it had spread. And number two, he was kind of denying it all along, not doing anything about it. That's like the big thing. Like even the experts are like, we're having a problem. He's like, oh, it'll go away, saying it'll go away, like it ain't a big deal, doing all this stuff. But there's lots he could have done in the beginning. Look at the New Zealand people. While he was denying it, they was shutting down their country, going on stay-at-home orders, all this stuff. Trump never once shut down our country and did the stay-at-home orders. Even in India, your PM, right, got on TV and said, we're on stay-at-home orders. Trump never once put us on stay-at-home orders. Never. You know who did? He's like, each state had to individually do it. Each state had to take over and individually say, okay, we're on state order. We're on this. The federal government never took the lead on anything. Nothing. Each state was left up to their own devices. And that's why it's a wreck, because we need a national plan. And even the states were like, we couldn't get testing. They were begging the federal government to help with testing. And he's all, oh no, it's up to the states. They should get it. He never helped the states while they were begging for help, He never, still, it took, it was like a month ago when he then started saying wear a mask. He would make fun of people wearing a mask. He made fun of Biden for wearing a mask. He kept saying masks weren't necessary. We still don't have any kind of national thing for mask mandates. He has never once did any kind of national thing except like go on TV and say we should open schools, even though our numbers are outrageous. And all like the schools and all the health experts, they're like, I don't know if it's safe enough. Saz, don't even get me started. Like there's so much he could have done to stop this. And still, there's so much he can still do that he refuses to stop it. Like the mask thing. He refuses to give extra funding for like testing. We still have these tests that we're doing. This is supposed to be US, right? We're supposed to be the land of the technology and all this kind of stuff. We're still having people taking tests for COVID here. That has taken them a week to get results. And during that time, it's like, what are they supposed? They're spread. They don't even know. Like, you're not getting your test results back for a week. Look how much spread you can be doing in that time. They could do contract tracing. He won't get funding for that. There's a lot of stuff he refused to do and still refuses to do, because you know why? When he goes on TV, he acts like it's not bad. We are like we have how many cases? We have over 160,000 deaths since March. How many months is that? March, April, May, June, July, 5 months, 160,000 deaths. And you're saying that there was nothing he could have done, Saz? All these other countries, are they even close to like 160,000? Maybe Brazil. I don't even know. What did they do differently that you're saying Trump didn't? You know, Trump. He. What did you say? What did he say? He said, and if you only blame him for COVID and tell us what he could have done better. Are you not comparing him to what the other people are doing? Like, I know in India the numbers are going up, but also, y'all, you have to look at your population there too. We only have how many? We have 300 million people here compared to how many people we have in India. And still, with that, we have so much less of a population. We still have way higher numbers than you. Something's wrong here. And you know, you blame the president, the leader, who has never once taken responsibility and actually came up with a plan. In fact, when states did put people on stay-at-home orders and wear mask mandates, he was up on Twitter encouraging his followers to go liberate themselves. It was like, liberate Michigan, liberate here. And they were having these crazy people storming the capitals of these states when he was all saying, liberate this, liberate. They were storming the capitals with weapons, and they wasn't even arresting these people. They had weapons storming these capitals, and they were just like, taking like, oh, well. And he was calling them good people. Saz, why you got me fired up like this? Why you got me fired up like this, Saz? This is supposed to be a good day. We're going to talk about Kamala. I'm practicing. AJ. Biden is a grumpy old man, Anaran said. I mean, I don't think he's grumpy. I never see him get on TV like grumpy. He is an old man. He's 1 year older than Trump. I think it's like 1 year. It's like 1 or 2 years. I'm like, he wants to talk about people like, oh, Biden's too old. I'm like, he's like almost the same age. They're both in like their late 70s. It's true. He has low energy. But you know what? He was up on TV this weekend bike riding. They got him pictures of, they was all on Twitter, him doing his little bike ride. I was like, look at Trump he can hardly even walk down little ramps, and he's like doing like this. And I'd like to see Trump on a bicycle bike riding. Now, I agree with you with the low energy Anaran. I agree. That's why I was never excited by Biden, because he gets on TV and they even call him sleepy. And I'm like, that's how he talks. He's just like, hey, Barrica. But I'm like, he doesn't excite people. He doesn't. And that was like one of the main problems. Scarlett, we are talking politics. If you haven't noticed, I used to like watching the show Oswald when I was a kid on Nickelodeon. I like Michelle Obama. She can also be great I would love to see Michelle Obama. She don't want to be in politics. Michelle Obama, she was pretty much in the White House for 8 years, saw what her husband had to go through. You'll see pictures, like especially with some of the presidents that I've noticed, like in recent times, like George Bush Jr. They'll show him pictures of him when he first became president. He's young. He's got all his hair looking. And then they look after 8 years, which I know the age, but they gray. He's got like wrinkles and stuff. They're like, I put in my time. It's a stressful position. I put in my time. And now what's George Bush Jr. doing? He's doing paintings. He is. Like, they'll have him all over. He's just enjoying life in his paintings. And Obama, the same way, he was in looking young and stuff. He came out, I'm like, ooh, look at all this gray from all that. It's stressful. Michelle Obama knows how stressful it could be in that position. She don't want nothing to do with that. She was in that White House for 8 years. They're enjoying life now. They're enjoying life now. I mean, they still have a part. She's doing a little podcast now, and recently she even went on a podcast and talked about the depression she's feeling for everything's going on, which a lot of us are stuck in our homes, with the smart ones, the smart ones that want to protect themselves and families. Don't, I go out by wearing my mask, go get my things I need. I'll visit family and friends only if I know they've protect themselves too and not reckless going out places without mask and stuff. But it is like a depressing time, and who knows, maybe she will. Maybe things will be so bad she'll have to. I hope not. He should go for some kind of advisor and some important member of economic reforms over there. He has immense experience in the economic field. See, okay, where? Clubhouse. Yes, YouTube also blocked 4 of my videos. See, I'm getting tired of this. Colby wants to know my favorite holiday. Christmas. How is Christmas not everybody's favorite holiday? I saw a meme too. I posted it. I thought it was hilarious. There was like, parents, if you want to save money this year, just say Santa got the COVID. So I was like, that's so mean. But it's a good idea. I ain't gonna do that. Kamala. Oh, I'm way far behind. I'm gonna have to catch up on this. Where I am so far behind them, y'all gonna get mad at me. And then I lost my spot. I'm this far behind. Oh wait, no. Where did I just miss my spot? Look, I lost my spot with the comments here. That's because I'm that far behind. And right here, Independence Day. Kamala is so strong, married and fearless that she can take over Trump and Pence together in the debate and win. Oh, I definitely want to see her debate, because they even showed her that Bill Barr, who's like, what is he, the something of Trump's, and he was on. They had him on the stand in front of Congress, and she was like, they'll show videos. She was on him. She ain't gonna play around. She's gonna look. And you notice, like, when Trump is doing his little conferences and stuff, and women reporters start getting on and they push him a little bit, he has, like, I think he has a little fear against a strong woman. So she ain't afraid of them. She gonna take them on. When your video gets blocked and then re-upload the same video with more cuts, it will be allotted after more cuts. I don't know. It's frustrating. I still remember Trump said there will be a retaliation if India not helping America with hydroxy. Yeah, and he said this right after the Trump event happened in India. I know, Saz. And are you really? And Saz, you saying you like him? Or I hope you were saying it's a joke, Saz. I hope you're saying it's a joke. Happy advance anniversary. Aw, thank you, Junior. Happy marriage. Oh, thank you. August 15th is India's Independence Day. 20 January is the Republic Day. Happy belated birthday to, oh, thank you, Clubhouse. Happy Mal. This is how far behind on comments. I really was talking about my anniversary a long time ago, wasn't I? I'm going to catch up. I feel like most of my stuff when I'm on live is catching up on comments, isn't it? But I like to read everyone's. Scarlett says, my favorite holiday is Christmas over on TikTok because Jesus was born on Christmas. Happy marriage. Oh, wait. Tomorrow's for DV. Her birthday is the same as my anniversary. I'm going to have to do. Somebody give me a Shridevi. The first Shridevi, like, reaction thing that I see that y'all request, I'm going to do tomorrow for in honor of our anniversary and Shridevi's birthday. So whoever the first one I see, y'all say Shridevi and give me a request, and that's the one I'm gonna do. And make it good. Y'all better make it good. You said it right. I said it right. Wait, which one was it? Kamala. Happy wedding, Aunt. Thank you, Tejas. God bless you both. Live long. Oh, thank you. Hello, Rajesh. Yes, Kamala. Kamala is the right pronunciation. Miss Marvel on this channel because that's who Kamala is in the. Oh wait, in the comic books, Miss Marvel's name is it? I didn't even know, Mr. That's why I need Mr. Carius around. Happy wed. Thank you, Rajesh. After Michelle Obama, Kamala is my role model. I love Michelle Obama. Oh, she can make me, I tear up like just listen to her talk. She is one of those that she expresses herself well, and I think she also understands people's feelings and emotions and struggles well and can relate and talk to and listen to, you know? That Melania Trump, I don't think I've only heard her talk a couple times. They make sure she don't. I don't, maybe because she don't, I know she was like from another country, her English or whatever, but she's been here a long time, right? Amanda, I did mistake August 15th, Independence Day. Okay, I think Ariane's not here for your live chat. He is here to take out my mistakes every time T just said, oh. So it's your Independence Day. What is the difference between Independence Day and Republic Day? Jacinda, Prime Minister of New Zealand. Yes, she is success. That's what I was talking about, Mary. I love her. So she's the PM. I get that out. I'm like, who's the presidents and who's the PMs and all this of New Zealand? Oh, I love her. And when this COVID first started, I was following her from the beginning because I remember watching videos. She's on TV with scientists and experts by her side and just relayed their message and said, this is what the scientists are telling me we should do. I'm going to listen to the experts. Much different from ours, who we have experts on there. I mean, that Fauci or Anthony Fauci, whatever, he's been in this field for 40 years. He's combated so many of these viruses, AIDS he's worked on and did so many great stuff. And he wants to go in there and like, Fauci is now getting like death threats from people. And he's trying to like ruin reputation because Fauci is telling people we should do this and we should do that. And he's gone on TV and we should do that. And it's against what Trump thinks because Trump don't listen to the experts. See, I'm going to get fired up again. But he's just talking about Sonia, guys. She's Italian and she's the main leader, the main opposition political party in India. She is not hated for nationality. She is completely Indian now. Okay. Recently watched, I love Dirty Dancing. Song Making Love is Strange. Even if you haven't seen the movie, I'm sure you'll love that. Mr. Carius, I've seen that movie. I used to do all the dance moves. That's one of my favorite movies back in the day. Perry's here. Where has Perry been? I'm happy to see Perry. Russia registered first virus vaccine. I know, I saw it yesterday. And this is what I said. I was like, I bet Putin didn't get that vaccine. I bet he's making sure. Because I feel like that's like a little rushed, Tejas. A little rushed. Like, it seems like, but he's just giving it. They said, would he give it to his daughter and his sister and all these people? And I was like, I bet he didn't get it. He gave it to all these people. He's making sure like there's no side effects or starts killing everybody with this vaccine first. I just feel like it's a little rushed. I know science and I know how long it takes to perfect a lot of these vaccines that are out there every day. And some of them they've been perfecting like 20 years and they're going to rush one in 5 months. Tejas, that doesn't sound safe to me. Maybe it'll work and everything will be great. I hope so. That's my hope. Like, I'm crossing my fingers. I hope we find something like that. But it just seems don't you think it seems rushed? Especially me knowing science. Envy you, at least you know you love members of your family. What? Oh. I envy you. At least you know you love members of your family. I don't know why Mr. Carey is sad. Some Americans can get in parcels from China and contains mass seeds and don't order anything, but still. Oh, I know. They have had some here in our city, and they're like mysterious seeds. And some people, they're like, don't plant them. They could like mess up the crops and all that kind of stuff. Oh, I've read the stories. I don't know if they ever I'm sure they did I don't even know if we just heard the mysterious. We haven't had any follow-ups. I don't know if what they are. Oh, he said how he thinks of you as his brother. That parrot. We needed a parrot. We needed Perry around to spread the love. Oh, I'm always happy to see Perry, and he comes on, and that's my Perry. Kamala. I said her. I think I'm getting Kamala. Upload, yes. Re-upload the video with more cuts. You just keep am I going to get strike? Now, you know I've had a copyright strike before. I'm nervous about getting those. So when I get blocked, I'm like, I don't want to keep re-uploading. They're going to strike me. Long time ago, I knew that I loved my family and there's nothing I wouldn't do for them. But now I just don't know. Mr. Carius, why? What happened? Oh, I don't like to hear that. We in India are still in lockdown and cases are rising. And I'm shocked that U.S. is still not shutting down. Mary, that's like the problem. It's like nobody cares here. They don't care about people dying. I personally know already 2 people that have died. 2 people that have died. I have family 3 members that had already have this virus. This was back in March there in New Orleans in the hot spots. My 2 uncles and 1 aunt. My 1 aunt and uncle, they married and they both got it. You know, it took them a month to get over it. 30 days. My other uncle who had it was in the hospital in the ICU for over a week. And I really thought he wasn't going to make it. Like everybody was truly scared. It was scary. And even now, they say now, people that did get it, they're getting all these neurological, things from it now, even though they're recovered from it, all these side effects, like they're canceling college football here because some athletes that had it have this crazy heart condition now. Like enlarged hearts. So even if you survive this, like you're still getting this permanent. My husband, Greg, who's works in the hospital doing x-rays, he's seen lungs of patients that have this, that had scar tissue. So you have permanent damage on your lungs. And still they want to act like, oh, Trump will get on TV. Oh, we're doing the best. We're testing the best. Our numbers are going down. And I'm like, how are you? Like, he straight up just gets on there and lies and people believe it. But I'm like, if they would just because I'm on what is it called? Every day I check the worldometers.info coronavirus. And it gives updated numbers daily. It's like a statistical site. What did Cool Kobe? Have you ever had a house? Ever got over a house fire? If so, I didn't have a house fire. That just took my attention talking about the house fire. But yeah, Worldometer, it's like a statistical site. And they will go in there and it's this, what is it? My computer is frozen. Okay. They show cases real time, like people that have the flu and all these. So it's been tracking corona and I check it daily. And US, for weeks now, we've been over 1,300 daily deaths a day. And he wants to say we're declining, but then he'll say, oh, we're declining in this state, But overall, no, we're not. And that's why I said he'll just go on TV and act like it's a big deal. And that in turn has people thinking it's no big deal. I went to the DMV, like the driver's license office Monday with my mask on. Guess what? There was a line. You have to wear your mask to get inside the building. But there's a line. They only let so many people inside the building at one time. And there's a line outside, which was supposed to be social distance. Do you think they social distance? They have marks on the ground. You think they stay in those? No. And I was the only one wearing a mask outside this place. People act just like the president because that's what the leaders do and acting like it's no big deal. So they want to go out and act like it's no big deal. And it's making it spread more and more. And we can't do another lockdown. Like, if the best thing for our country is to do a lockdown, but our government, you know, already people are having economical troubles. Another thing, people are going to start getting evicted from rent and, or, houses and mortgages, and there's going to be a big, I think, uprise of homelessness recently, and that's in coronavirus, starting. So it's just frustrating, and it's sad because you see other countries like how they combat this. I know in India it's harder because the population is so high, and in some areas it's so populated and everybody's like crunched, like some of these cities, right? You have huge populations in some of these cities. It's hard, but here it's not. Yeah, it's not like New York is more, and that's why they were the first one had these huge uprise of cases and all this stuff, but they have it under control. California's another place that's really populated, but most of these areas with these high numbers are not very populated. It's easy to keep social distance around. They just don't care. And there's no leadership making them stay at home or making them wear a mask or making them social distance. YouTube, what's up? Google, Insta, Twitter, Facebook, and many famous apps are banned in China. China wants its companies to be accepted by the world, but right? Tejas, I know. And that's one thing, like, Trump wants to ban TikTok. I'm for it. I mean, oh no, my TikTok people are gonna get mad over there. I'm on the TikTok, but I'm like, there's more and more stories here. Like, if you're have any kind of top secret clearance thing or whatever, you can't have TikTok on your phone because they say it takes information, right? If you are in like the military and stuff like that, they won't let you have TikTok on your phone. I know Facebook and all those steal information too, but it's okay, I guess, because they are in America. If it's another country stealing information, then they get mad. But if it's just your country, I guess they don't. I guess that's the rule. Sorry about that, brother. Lots of problems with my. Oh, Perry, are you okay? What's wrong, Perry? You don't have the COVIDs. What's wrong with Perry's health? Are you doing better? Please let us know, Perry. Have you heard that Russia was in, yes, oh yeah, we talked about that. We talked about the Russia vaccine. Well, I'm in a bad place emotionally speaking, so maybe I spoke out of turn. And Mr. Carey, don't say that. What? Tell me, we having a lot of people going through hard times lately, huh? Especially, they say, emotionally. Like, this is hard what we're going through. And don't get me crying. Don't get me crying. Because it is sad. Like, I know the best thing for us for the virus is to stay at home and not go out as much as possible and protect yourself and that kind of stuff. And I definitely know, like, I'm nervous with schools, and my kids are going to do virtual school, but a lot of schools around here are doing in person. And while I'm against it because I think it'll spread the virus, I also know for some families and some kids, it's important to have that. Oh, look, I'm trying to talk slow so I don't tear up. I'm trying to, because it's when my son when school shut down in March, right? I got an email that one of the kids at his high school committed suicide. Oh, and it broke my heart because I was like, I know kids are struggling, not just like socially. My son has talked about, kids in his school and them not having a good life at home. A lot of some abuse, some families, some kids that go to the school, they get free lunches and things because their families can't really afford to feed them as well. And so, like, schools provide lunches for families and feeding. So I know we have, like, at least my family has it lucky because I can afford to stay home. Like, I work from home and my husband's working again. So I can afford to be at home and not send them in those conditions. But some families, They are forced to work. They might have young kids that can't stay at home. And even as much as they want to keep them at home and protect them, they can't afford it. So they're forced in this position to send them back to school. And that's what I said. Other families and kids, school is like their escape because they live in like households that are not good. Oh, and that breaks my heart. like, like I'm trying, y'all. You know, I got like a low voice. That's me trying not to tear up, but it is because it's. I know how hard it must be for a lot of kids and a lot of people going through this time, and depression and things like that. It's high. As I say, even Michelle Obama talking about like she's gone through depression. It tears me up. Like I hear this stuff, and that's why I said, "Oh my gosh!" When that note came home that one of the kids, like in a school, committed suicide. It's scary because I know, like especially teenagers, they don't want to be stuck at home with their parents. Like even if they did come in like my son, he hasn't made like, wouldn't you want to be stuck at home all day with me? Right? I'm like, look at you get to be stuck with me. But I know like kids don't want that. They need that social interaction and other kids. That's just part of like their development, right? They don't want to be stuck at home with their parents, so it's hard for them. And it makes me, they get in these depressions. So I'm always like watching, like, asking them questions and trying to make life good for them and things that they want here, because it's a scary times, especially for those who suffer like depression and a lot of other mental issues, and those who don't come from good homes. It breaks my heart. So Mr. Carius, that's what Mr. Carius, are you all right? Tell us. During lockdown, one Mukesh I don't know what that is, was the 10th richest. Oh, that's a man in the world, but today he's the 4th rank. Oh, I know. There have been like here, the Amazon guy, Bezos. He was already like worth what 70 billion, and he doubled his earnings. So he's like at over 100 billion worth doing this. So I'm like, these richest people have like got richer during this, and those middle class and poor and everything have gotten poor. It's sad. And then they don't want to tax. Listen, during the Great Depression in the US, the richest people were taxed 70% of their income. 70% of their income. And that was like to get through this. Right now, even though we're in economic decline, a lot of these rich people are taxed less than us middle class, like percentage-wise. They have to pay less tax, way less taxes, even percentage-wise. I'm not going to say like even 1% is like probably more than what we pay, but percentage-wise, it ain't much to them. We pay what, like 25 to 30% in taxes, and they pay way less than that. Way less, and always and have for many, many years. That's what Bernie Sanders has been about, right? And Bernie has even come out with a bill recently that if, like, first of all, it was something like the top 3 richest people in America. Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg was one of them, and it was someone else. Their wealth combined is like 50% of the bottom. Like their wealth combined adds up to what the wealth of the bottom 50%. 3 people combined is more worth than the bottom 50% of the US. Like something's wrong there. And Bernie Sanders came out with this bill, and he was like, what did he come out with this bill? He's like, if we just, and this is what, from March to now, so 5 months they have made this much just earnings. And he came out with a bill that he was like, if we just tax just the earnings, if we tax it, we can give health care for all Americans for a year just by taxing their earnings from this time. Those 3, just the earnings from these 3, health care for all. That's one thing why America is doing so bad now too. Like, think of having a coronavirus and you're in these other countries, and you get sick and you can go to a hospital and get cared for. Here, So many, especially if they get unemployed. With all the unemployment, when you lose your job here, you lose your health insurance. So a lot of these people are getting sick, but not going to the hospital and things like that because they can't afford it. Because healthcare should be a right, not a privilege, I believe. And it's sad that we're still in this. We're supposed to be. We're this one of the top countries, first world, everything, and we're one of the only countries in these first world that don't have healthcare for their people. Thunder Gamer said, I lost my BFF that I only have, and I'm going to stay positive. He is in a better place now. Oh, I'm sorry, Thunder Gamer. Don't make me cry again. Oh, Thunder Gamer. How did you lose him? He didn't get the COVID, huh? I mean, right? Don't you think that's nowadays when someone passes away, that's the first thing you think of is they got the COVIDs. Right? I know I do. Let me catch up. I know I feel like am I doing better catching up with these comments? If I ever visit USA, it will be my dream come true to meet Mr. and Mrs. Obama and Kamala. I met Michelle Obama before. Oh yeah, when he was president, Michelle Obama would have because her big initiative, because usually the wives, right, the first ladies do some kind of big initiatives to like help change or whatever. I know Hillary, when she tried to do the health care for all initiative, that didn't work out. Melania Trump, she does the bullying, right? You don't see much of that. I don't see. I guess it did work because no kids are in school now to get bullied, I guess. But there's cyberbullying and stuff, right? But Michelle Obama did the healthy eating thing. She's tried to go into the schools, and we need that here because listen, I know I don't do it to eat healthy, but it's like a big problem. I feel like that's one of the big problems here with our health too, is like our bad eating and things like that. But yeah, she did the healthy eating initiative, and she did this thing where once a year, she put kids up to the challenge, like make a healthy recipe, and it's submitted, and she picked like one kid from every state to win. And whoever the winner from the state was gets to go to the White House and have like a kids state dinner, and they get to bring a parent, and they do this whole big thing. And I was invited there to cover it. So I've been in the White House before. I've been in that little press room where you see people and he's on stage and the press are sitting. I was in that room. Like it was one of the coolest things to be in the White House in that room. And I walked up and I got to attend I didn't get to sit and eat the state dinner. Like that was I was like the press section. So I was in the back, but Michelle Obama spoke and we got to meet her. Oh, it was the neatest thing. One of the best experiences of my life is that not only to be in there, but to meet her. And I was crossing my fingers because they said the year before Mr. Obama like made like a appearance. He and everybody went crazy and stuff, but he wasn't there this time. He had a video, but they said he made an appearance at that dinner. I was like, oh, why didn't he come make an appearance? I want him to come to ours. But they were saying, they had a little boy with Down syndrome that like rushed to him to hug him. And the security's like, up. And he's like, no. And he like hugged him just the stories you heard of like the staff that works there. That's when somebody, when the staff like keeps talking about him and things. And I remember that they were like, they have like some wait where the kids waited in some of the rooms. And I know like some of the kids, kids, they was like getting on the furniture and pulling on things and all this stuff. And their parents were like, don't do that. Don't sit. No, don't. Yeah. And the security people said to like the parents, they're like, we were given instruction by Mrs. Obama that the kids have like reign to run around and play and do whatever they want. Like she gave instructions, like she knows kids, they're not just going to want to sit and be quiet. They're like, she gave us instructions that the kids can run around and play and do whatever they want. That's why I love her too. I think because I know these little personal stories too that made me just fall in love with that family even more. And oh my gosh, do I miss them every day. Oh, when I see Obama or Michelle Obama talking on TV, I start crying because I was like, I miss those days. I miss when I was proud of our country and proud of the leaders and the things we were doing. I miss that. Where am I at? Perry, you didn't have to erase the message you were right. Oh, what? I missed it. Ashwarya's husband also got, oh, good, Tejas. Because I know last week she and the child did, but not her husband, right? Biden is bad news. Bibby. This is what I understand. Bibby said Biden's bad news for America. I just got done talking about Obama's and how much I love them. But there are so many people that think, oh, Obama's the worst president and they hated him so much and he was terrible. And I'm like, I'm looking at our country then under his leadership and I look at it now and I'm like, how can you even think that he was so bad? Look at where our country is when he was in the presidency and where it is now. I just don't even see. I'm like, do y'all not realize? I mean, there might be some things that he did you mightn't like, some things, but like, just look overall, our standings in the world, just, it amazes me. Current CM of the state involved in the SSR murder. That's the reason Mumbai police are under pressure and was not doing anything. This needs to be a movie. There's just too much craziness going on with this. They have to have some kind of documentary, a movie. I can't even keep up. I don't know how you keep up with this, Tejas. I know what you recommended to me first time, but it took me almost 3 months to make that video. That's what I'm saying. Even if you trim, it takes a long time to edit these things. Trimming it, and then you say you keep trimming and then keep re-uploading. That takes a while. At that point, my patience is over with. Size. Yes, I really feel sad America's death ratio, and I guess there's a conflict between state and federal government. Yes, there is a conflict between state and federal government because the federal government isn't doing anything and saying the state should, and the states aren't getting any help, and every state has a different plan, and it's chaos. When in a situation like this, we're the United States of America, we should all look to the federal government to take the lead from. And our federal government right now is just worthless. And it's probably because they're not fit to be in the federal government. They elected a president who has no political background. He was what did he known for? He built buildings and he was on reality TV. That's the president we have. Of course, we don't have competent people in presidency to know what to do in these kind of situations because we had elected someone who's incompetent and doesn't know how things work in our government. How can you put someone in president that has no experience even in government to know how things work? Like he's doing these orders, and he don't even know that he's stopping payroll tax. He don't even know that would then stop, Social Security, people getting those checks and Medicare, and it's worthless. I feel really sad for him. Oh, I read that. Tejas, in 2020, SR was about to start his career in Hollywood. Amanda, I can imagine you and Donald Trump on A Few Good Men. Trump will be like, I want the truth. And Trump will lie. And I'll be like, you can't give the truth. Bye, Clubhouse. I know I probably Clubhouse left a long time ago, but good luck on your test. Aniran, yes, Christmas is a popular India celebrated. Thank you, Aniran, about that. Happy Marriage Day. On Republic Day, we have our own Constitution. Independence Day, we get free. Oh, okay. Mary, I get the difference because you were freed from Britain rule on Independence Day, but Republic Day is when you had your own Constitution. Got it. Thunder Game never taught. I'm still waiting to see Thunder. Thomas, hi. How he lost his friend. He hasn't replied yet. Amanda, I would like you to admit that if you met Santa Claus, you would chase him or her and call the police. Why do I have to admit this? Why is this important right now? Mr. Curious, I have to admit that I've met Santa Claus, I'd chase him and call the police. If I caught him in my house, maybe. I am good. Hope you guys are safe. Thanks, Mary. Vanish. Russia's vaccine is not reliable. Many scientists, even the WHO, is not ready to accept it. Right, Vanish? Like, this is way too soon. And you know Putin didn't get that vaccine. He didn't. He gave it to his daughter or sister, whatever. And I said, you know what? He must not like him. Over the weeks now, I've been having problems with my health, and my heart has been playing me. Oh, Perry, I hope you're getting to see doctors and stuff, and you take care of yourself, Perry. I worry about you. I worry that you hadn't been on. I was like, where's Perry been? An old fat beer guy is trying to break into your house because he has something for your kids. You would call the police. Admit it. If he was trying to break in my house, I guess, if I woke up in the middle of the night, even though it was Christmas, I ain't gonna trust that was Santa. No. Maybe if he was leaving, like if I caught him leaving presents, I'd be like, all right, I'll call my husband. You can, well, maybe I was like, what are in those boxes? Is it ticking? Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? But I still believe in Santa. It's the magic of Christmas. I'm having problems with my health, Mary. And I think I read those. How are you? Hi, Rishi. Now I have an American bro. Oh, look, see, I love when everybody gets along in there. I love that you all can be friends with each other and say hi and have American bros. When things don't go right for Mr. Perry, pray to God to keep doing good for us. Say, oh, bad days don't last for too long. Y'all making me feel better there. I've long since drifted from the faith. Mr. Acarius, you are not telling me what's been going on. I'm worrying about you too. No, have you seen Ritik's wax statue? I have not. All right, I'm gonna have to go after this and check that out. Home Alone 6. Anaron, when the government tells you not to worry, you really need to start worrying by then. It's true. Even the Indian government is kind of downplaying the pandemic. In India, it's 60,000 new cases per day. And what is it in America? Already today, we've had 12,000 cases, and it's early. It's only 11 a.m. where I am. And almost 300 deaths. India, where's India? India's still way down. Look at this. I'm like on the thing. America's number one with cases. We've had over 5,300,000 and deaths almost like 168,000, almost 170,000 deaths. The only one next to us is Brazil. And I feel like, didn't Brazil not take this seriously either? I don't pay attention. Oh, India's on third on the list with 30,000 cases, 2 million total cases, 30,000 today, 46,000 deaths, and 300 deaths, or 46,000 deaths total, 300 deaths today. I mean, I feel like when the lowest I've seen it since this kind of first began was like a month and a half ago, we were down to under 400 deaths a day. That tells you in a month and a half, down to under 400 deaths a day. And now we're hitting like over 1,300 a day. And it's just going to keep climbing and climbing. And we're about to hit fall season, kids going back to school, and it's the flu season. It's going to be outrageous. Like, y'all, I bought a freezer so I can pack it with meat and foods and all that stuff, because in the fall, I want to go out. I'm hardly going to go out. I'm not. I'm going to stay in the house as much as I stay in the house as much as I can now, but I don't even want to hardly go out to shop and stuff. I'll have to order like things. I don't know, because like I feel like it's just going to be so much worse here in a few months when the flu season, like we have a flu season. Summer time, which is going on now, is the time where we hardly get a lot of sickness, because it's not the season and the hot weather and everything. But with this, it's like we're seeing all these huge amounts of deaths and cases, and this isn't even our bad season. The bad season's coming. I'm afraid to see what would happen then. But, it's really going to be a thing. We'll see, because that's also election time, November. And I feel that's going to be the worst for these cases. I know that's what they say on around that Microsoft's going to buy TikTok. They say it, and that's what even Trump put that ban. He's like, if it's not bought, he did that executive order, right? If TikTok's not bought by Microsoft within so many days, that he's banning it. Hi, Pragisha, dear. Anji Gupta. He said Banand. I don't know what that means. Why are you crying? Oh, I know. I get emotional sometimes, especially with everything going on. It's hard. What would Microsoft gain by buying TikTok? I mean, Microsoft likes to Microsoft likes to be in all the new things, right? They come out with the video game consoles, the computers and stuff. I don't know if they really own a popular app, and TikTok's a popular app. I'm sure they want to get into that social media app, business, because it's something that's where the world is even now. We're on apps and we're on the social media and we use it, so I'm sure they would like to acquire that. Sorry, I said CM involved in that murder. Son of CM is involved. Who is CM? I know you said CM. He's doing, and I know that's Sharat, SSR, CM. But I don't know who CM is, teaches. Don't cry. TikTok's not even that popular, especially here in America. Mr. Aquarius, just because you ain't on it, it's pretty popular. Especially like my kids' age and stuff. Oh, that's the only thing they use. They don't even use, because Snapchat was like the big thing. Snapchat's like, oh, they're all on TikTok. It's very popular here. Lockdown is the best phase of my life personally. Oh, Aaron, thank God for that. I am an introvert. Yes, some underprivileged kids are going to school in India, but only for midday meals. Schools are closed here. Yeah, they're not going to be. And my school, so a lot in my area have gone all virtual. They've done a lot. Some have gone hybrid, which means like partly online, and then they're going to split the kids up, and some will go 2 days a week, and then the other will go the other 2 days a week. And it's because, they have less people going if they do the 2 days a week, and so they can stay social distanced and they all wear a mask and stuff. The school district we're in, it's ridiculous. They gave us a survey. 20% chose to keep their kids at home and do virtual school. I was one. We're doing virtual school. That means 80% of the kids are returning. They're doing all 5 days that these kids are going. All 5 days that 80% of these kids are going to be, and they were already crowded classrooms and things like that. So they're not even, I don't know how they're going to do it. They're not going to be able to do it safely. They're not going to be able to keep the kids socially distanced and do all this stuff safely. Even if you wear a mask, they're going to be crammed in these rooms all day long in the hallways. It's craziness. And I'm just glad. I'm just thankful that I am able to stay at home and have the kids do virtual school. And if they didn't have virtual school, I was going to do the homeschool. Because a lot of families had already done that before, just straight homeschooling, and they do the curriculum for their kids and stuff. I was just going to do that. I like virtual school because that's a lot of time I would have to put it to find curriculums and things like that. So I was like, we'll do virtual. But if they didn't have that, I wasn't going to send them. It's not only just dangerous, like even if my kids got COVID, if I got COVID, I'm most likely going to survive. Even though I'm in that age, like I'm in my 40s, mid 40s. How old am I? I'll be 44 this year. In November, I'll be 44. So I'm getting closer to those ages where you really become high risk and you're seeing higher death rates and stuff in those ages. But I'm still most likely will survive. But it's also a responsibility of not like a responsibility as a citizen to, even if like, oh, even if I get it, I know I'm going to survive and blah, blah, blah. But you have a responsibility as a citizen to not spread this disease, like this virus, right? That's like a responsibility to not spread this virus to others and through your community, especially for those who are older. Like that's not even caring about, like, because especially older people, their percentage is way, way higher that they're not going to make it. So you just don't care. You're just doing this and going on with your life because you don't care about these that are more susceptible to the virus. And I don't get it. And it just makes me, I get fired up. I start going on my rants, but then and then the next second I'm tearing up. It's just a roller coaster of emotions because I can't believe we're going through this. I can't believe so many people are just selfish and don't care about others. And I can't believe that people don't see that on top of it, them doing this is also crashing our economy. Because, I worked in like the movie theaters and things like that. That hasn't opened. People don't feel safe enough. The virus is too high here to even think about something like that. And restaurants, they're saying restaurants are closing, and they're saying like 60% of the restaurants will never reopen. That is somebody's life and business, and you just being reckless, through this and spreading the virus everywhere, you're destroying people's lives on top of it. It's sad. We're supposed to have a joyous time today because we're talking about Kamala, and look, we're getting on politics, and then I get rants and I get upset. Smile is looking better on your, thank you, Pragisha. I was watching some online classes gone wrong video on YouTube. It was so very funny. Students put on any song during class, and many mischievous things happen online classifieds. You're right. It makes me sad knowing that I did that to her. I must have missed what he was talking about there. How are you? Long time no see. Hi, John Wick, VRU. You may have heard of Sheikh's community. They're Indian. They provide food for the needy. Get in touch with someone, and they may get, oh, that's good, Mary. They have a lot of here. Churches do a lot, I think, to help the community and feed people. A lot of churches here do that. We have things like food banks in the area, but they were even that you can donate to the food banks and then poor people can go get the food there and stuff. But I know even when this began, like they were saying like those are like running dry. There's not a lot of food there and stuff. It's just hard times, and it's going to get worse. I'm being a buzzkill and realizing that now, Mr. Oh, you still haven't told me what's wrong, Mr. Carius. We worry about you. Reliance is making deals with Google, Facebook, Microsoft, Apple, and whatnot to see is getting rich, but he does a lot of charities as well. Your voice is not coming. Oh, what? Did it mess up? Can y'all hear me now? I hope so. I've been reading all the comments. I hope y'all can hear me. Pabria! Pabria is here. Where have you been, Pabria? Oh, I'm so happy to see you. Last week when I was on, I was worried about you, Pabria. You didn't come. I hope everything's been okay. Let me catch up. Don't press Alt F4. I won't. Please smile. It will close all programs on your computer. Uh-oh. Well, I ain't going to do the F4. Please send my regards to, I will, Pabria. And I was telling Greg last week, I was like, Pabria wasn't on. I haven't seen him because he always asks about you too, Pabria. Y'all are buddies there. Today is my niece's birthday, so I'm late today. Pabria, you missed it all. Well, happy birthday to your niece. Monday was my son's birthday. How old's your niece? My son turned 15. And then tomorrow is my wedding anniversary, 16 years. So it's a great week, isn't it? And Kamala is the VP pick. It's a great week. We should be, instead of ranting and crying, we should be happy. This week is a great week. But sure, he said, but Guy Ford, how is the weather over there? Oh, I just was talking about that too, John Wick, because it was raining and flooding and my basement flooded. But it's still a great week. We ain't gonna think about the negative. Great week. I watched this movie. It's called what? The Secret Dare to Dream. And it was all about your positivity and manifesting things. Like it was kind of silly. They were like, in the movie, they were like, oh, I wish I had a pizza, manifest a pizza, and then ringing at the doorbell and the pizza. I'm like, that's kind of silly. But also like, you got to just, and I tell my husband this too, because he'll get negative. And I'm like, you keep that negativity and you project that negativity, then you're just going to attract negativity. That's hard to say. I didn't say it right. You're just going to attract negativity. I'm like, so that's why I try the most. Sometimes it's hard. Like you see, I get ramped up and I cry and things like that. It's hard. I'll get in my depression sometimes. But you got to just have a positive attitude, project positivity, and that's what you attract is positivity. So we got to stay positive through this, right? Since you brought up cyberbullying, don't watch Unfriended. Not just because of the language, there's other stuff. Oh, positivity, Mr. Aquarius. That's what we're going to. Obama was the coolest president ever. Yes. Can you tell me? Hi, Danica Joseph. 100% worst president. Agreed, John. Katrina Kriff and Zurich Khan face off. K Burns over there. Look, Thomas and K Burn. I got my peeps over there on TikTok. I always like to see them. Hey, K Burn. Where are we at? I'm catching up on my comments. I feel like because I've been on my rants and I've been talking in some of these rants today. So I'm behind. Disney Channel UK take a delay. Really? You heard about Mulan coming with the Disney. I wonder if that'll come everywhere because I'm excited about the Mulan movie. You know, I've seen it. I went to the red carpet in March, right before the world went crazy and ended. Basically, it was like almost a week after I came back and everything shut down, or didn't all shut down, but just like it was everywhere. The shutdowns were happening, and oh, I felt like I had something in my throat. All right, editing. Movie on SSR, it's on its way. Also, the actor is. Do you know? Talking about the SSR in the movies. What is this movie? The Del Bachara that y'all told me was on Netflix. And you can watch it. It must only be on Netflix India. I've searched for it everywhere on Netflix. It is not in Netflix here in the US. I could because I wanted to watch it. I wanted to do a review. I was like, oh, y'all told me. I searched everywhere on my and I searched all on my Fire Stick on Netflix. It's not on there. And I even have on my Amazon Prime that Eros Now. Couldn't find it. I wanted to watch it and do a review. I was sad about it. Because y'all had told me when y'all told me that movie was on the Netflix, right after my live, I went and searched for it. Could not find it. I have another idea, kind of movie or story. Santa Claus has been delivering presents for so long and it's caught up to him. He's got a story. He's going to make a Santa Claus movie. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. K Burn said you saw Mulan. Thoughts? Yes, K Burn, if you don't know, you can go back on because K Burn's over on my TikTok. I know y'all TikTok's banned. I still have my TikTok. I do my dual live streams and stuff. But if you go back to some of my older videos, I have some videos when I was at the Mulan red carpet premiere in LA. I do a lot of those premieres and stuff. Used to. I miss them. I'm telling y'all, that's when I get sad too. I start thinking about, remember I would travel everywhere. I would go to Disney World, Disneyland. I work a lot with Disney. That's how I went to the red carpet. I do a lot of the Disney red carpets. I went on the Disney cruise. Like I was traveling so much and it's good. Like I feel like this is a good thing. I take a break, like this happened. I'm not mad at the quarantine. I have enjoyed this time at home, more time with my family and kids and doing things in the house. I started my little gardening stuff and all that, but I miss traveling and doing that stuff. So yeah, I got on my rant. Yes, I attended the Mulan premiere. I'm one of the only people that have seen it, like, because they didn't do any kind of showings after that. It was the premiere and then everything shut down. So I'm one of the only people to see it. And I'm going to tell you, I loved it. You were living the life. My family, I love Disney, K Burn says. Oh, I love it too. And that's why I work with a lot. But so I saw Mulan. And if y'all don't know, I don't know if this is everywhere, but in the US, Mulan was supposed to open for the first time at the end of March. Or the middle of March. The first time it was like something like that. But everything shut down, right? And all the movie theaters closed. And they were pushing all the movies like that Tenet. And Mulan was one, and they kept pushing it back, right? The first they were like July, then they pushed it back to August, and then they totally said, okay, no, just we're taking it off the slate. It's to be announced, right? So I was like, well, what are they going to do with Mulan? And then last week, it might have been after my life. Like, was it at the end of the week? Anyway, Disney came out and said, oh, we're going to have Mulan on Disney Plus. Everybody was excited, right? Everybody, oh, Disney Plus. But there's a catch. You have to have the Disney Plus subscription, which I mean, I have the Disney Plus subscription. That, I have all those subscriptions. That's how much it's part of my job, and I cover all the movies, but also I'm a movie. Even if it wasn't, I love movies and I would anyway. So I have it. But then they said on top of it, you have to pay $30, right? I think, didn't we talk about this? I feel like we did. So you have to pay $30 on top of having the subscription, which is a lot. Like $30, people are like going crazy. $30, But compared to the other stuff, because Trolls came out streaming, and that was $20. And that was just you can only have the movie 2 days. You didn't know this, K-Burn? Yes. So it's coming out in September. If you have Disney Plus, and you can buy Mulan to stream it on Disney Plus for $30. But that's what I said. Other movies came out and it was $20. I paid $20 to see that terrible movie with Vin Diesel, Bloodshot. Horror, I want my money back, Vin Diesel. I was so mad about this. And I only got it for 2 days. So people were complaining about this $30. But on top of it, if you pay the $30, as long as you have Disney Plus, it will stay. Like, you will have it in your Disney Plus account forever for $30. So I was like, I was paying $20 to watch Trolls, and I only got that for 2 days. So I feel like this is a great deal. So I think, is it September? Not 4th, maybe 14th. It's somewhere. Look, it's somewhere in September that you can get it on Disney Plus, K-Burn. I'm trying to think, but I saw Mulan. I loved it. Y'all know I love my girl power movies. So already that was a number one here. If you like the cartoon, which I never like, I watched some of the cartoon Mulan. Like here, I never really liked the cartoon. I just thought, I don't know, I was never interested in the cartoon. I don't even think I watched the whole cartoon of Mulan, like the animated movie, all the way through. I don't think I have. I'm trying to think back. I watched bits and pieces, but I was like, eh. But this movie is nothing really like the cartoon. I guess it has the Mulan character, but it doesn't even have music. It don't have the Mushu everybody was getting mad about. It don't have that kind of stuff. And I haven't watched enough of the cartoon to like know all the differences. But the movie, to me, I love. You know what it reminded me of? I don't know if I told y'all this before, but you ever watch Memoirs of a Geisha? Listen, I read the book Memoirs of a Geisha. I watched the movie. I love just I love my Indian culture. I love the Japanese culture, like in the Asian culture, where they had like the geishas, and they would do themselves up, and they trained, and they walked in the things, and they painted the faces white with the stuff, and I just and the kimonos and all that. So I love that. I loved that whole like history. I'm a period piece kind of person. I love the Roman time. I love the period piece stuff. I do. So if you watch the Memoirs of Geisha, remind me a little of that, but it was like a mixture of that, because at the beginning they're trying to like find her husband and be a good wife and be a good this and that, but then it's mixed with like her struggle with that and wanting to please her family with being like the perfect girl and all this, with like her warrior side. So it was like a mixture of Memoirs of the Geisha versus like, have you ever, what is that? What is it? The Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Oh, it reminded me a lot, right? So it reminded me of a mixture of Memoirs of Geisha, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, because then the warrior side. And remember with the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, they would do like these warrior moves, and they would kind of almost float up in the air, and warrior stuff with the samurais and the weapons. And so I love that kind of stuff too. So and the other part of the movie was like about that. So I loved the movie. I thought it was awesome. Some people, I mean, if you're a fan of the animated, like I said, I don't know enough about the animated to make the distinguish between it. But from what I do know of animated, I feel like it's not very close to it. But like I said, maybe before, because I'm going to do my review on it. Maybe I should watch the animated. I should watch the animated and really do like the difference between the two. I'm going to have to do that. I'll let you know. K-Burn, I'll let you know when I do it. All right, I don't even know where I am. Where am I at on the comments? Going to sleep. Oh, good night, Mary. I know I missed her. Good night, Mary. Bye. Better yet, maybe funnier, The Night Before Christmas Part 2. Oh, that would be fun. I love that. I don't even know if I like the story so much The Night Before Christmas, because the story is just kind of, I've seen the story in the movie theater, but I love the characters. But the story, I was just like, because I like the Sally and Jack and all that. But the story, I was just like, those people that love that movie, The Night Before, I'm like, it's not even that good. Don't get mad at me. I'm just giving my opinion. I didn't even think it was that good. Please give our views about great singer Lada. Is Durav new to the channel? I think Durav's new to the channel. Is Durav still around? Because if you don't know that I love me some Lada J. If you don't know I love me some Lada J, like I think she's the most incredible singer of all time, the angelic voice from heaven, then you just haven't been around enough. I love me some Lada J. Sarah Ali Khan's birthday. Is that today too? Yes, Brazilian government is in question. They also downplayed the pandemic. See? All these people downplaying it, and then this is what happens. It becomes overrun in the country. You have to take the lead. They don't have we don't have the leadership. Hi, I'm kind of late. Hi, Roche Reckitt. How do you say Roche? I feel like that name is Roche. But when you think about it, that would be a bad thing, because if Santa was on dialysis and I missed Christmas, that would be Christmas. How did Santa get on dialysis? Did I miss all this? K-Burn said, okay, well, that's good. You get to keep it. Oh, yeah, no, like he was talking about the movie. Yeah, you get it for $30. That's why I said I feel like that's a deal, because I paid $20 for a lot of these movies and I haven't gotten to keep it. $30 to keep Mulan and watch it forever. As long as you have Disney Plus. I think if you cancel your account, you're not going to have it anymore, because you have to have Disney Plus to have it. I don't know if you cancel your account and then redo it, I don't know if you get to keep it. Like if your account got canceled and then you resubscribe, if it's still there, probably not. I don't know. Hi, hello, Rap VO Music. Respected Sin. Hello, Rap. See, that was the easier name to say. I'm sorry, CM's son is not remotely involved. Stop believing. Oh, y'all gonna get you. Anaron and Tejas always have they always getting into some debates, I feel like. They got the difference of opinions on stuff, them two. Hello. Oh, Rap VO Music's a Bollywood actor. What was you in that we can watch you? He disliked it because he said, I don't. Look, he's a touchy Bollywood actor, because I'm just now getting to your comments and he already gave me a dislike. That's all right. I sometimes I will say, if I don't like something, to give it a dislike. I'll be like, I don't like this, dislike this video. I'll say that sometimes. Amanda Rittick's wax statue is shirt. Oh, no. Oh, I got Tejas. I got to check this out. I'm going to have to get my fan when all right, it's in London or New York. I don't know, but you can visit. I can't even go visit anywhere now. I'm on strict stay-at-home orders that I put myself. I ain't traveling nowhere. But when I can, I'm going to get. Can you touch it? Do they let you touch him on there? Can I touch his shirtlessness? Is he wearing his HRX? What is the HRX undies? Yeah, I watched those ads and looked at those pictures with the HRX undies. Can you please react? Now, is that nobody gave me the Shridevi? Did anybody give me the Shridevi, or I didn't get to it? Is that how far behind I am? All right, I'm gonna catch up, because look, I've been on almost 2 hours. I gotta catch up. I gotta catch up, and then I gotta go because I've been on a long time. You don't answer us. Oh, that's why he said. Also, the song. Did you know Amanda Latta is a great singer? Destroyed the career. She destroyed the careers. I thought a lady doesn't tell her age. But I'm proud of my age. I don't tell my age. I'm old enough. You know why? It's because I feel like I don't look it. That's why. So I'll be like, I'm this old. I don't look it, do I? Oh my gosh, I'm far behind. All right, let me catch up. Ariane, United States is the governor of state equals a chief CM. Oh, okay. He's giving me surprisingly 2 of the American governors have been an Indian origin. Yeah, Bobby Jindal, Louisiana. That's where I'm first. So I know Bobby Jindal. I don't know how did he do good there. I'm not sure. Bye, Kay Burns. Celebrating my wife's 30th birthday. Tell her happy birthday. You don't react to comments. Why is everybody saying this? You gotta tell them I just haven't got to the comments. Y'all gotta tell these people. They saying I don't react to the comments. Ritik Roshan ex-girl. I don't want to hear about the ex-girlfriend. No. What you like, old or new songs of India? I like them both. Probably older songs are my favorite. Because I haven't told you, I like period pieces. So older stuff, I'm always more interested in. Newer stuff's fun. If you're having a low day and start exercising, I just got an exercise thing I've been doing. Because too, I need to keep my lungs healthy. I'm like, with this virus, you got to combat it. So I want to keep my lungs healthy. So it's something because I don't like exercising. I just started doing it. All right. Dance plus 5-star. Amanda, Kamala Harris, much like Joe Biden as a policy, so I'm not surprised by the news. I mean, they were kind of expecting it. It wasn't like I was happy, but they were already calling it. They even saw his paper that he had notes on her. Like they were all, I think it wasn't a surprise to people because they were already talking about it. My niece is, tell her, happy 1-year-old. Oh, for Bria. Kate Middleton and Prince Williams in the newspaper, belated happy birthday. Thank you, Bria. Tell him happy birthday. The community in India is very famous, giving charity all over the world. I didn't know about that. And does charity U.S. and Canada. Watching TV, K3. Stay positive, man. Keep your gorgeous smile. Oh, thank you, Twisted Nerve. Disney Plus, Hotstar, have India. Do you know him? No, I don't know him. Yes, positive manifestations. Written. Oh, really? Written. It's also written Hindu text. Look, I'm all about it lately. I'm like, you can all watch Dil Bochere on Hotstar app, free of cost. Now, let me write that down because I've been wanting to watch this Hotstar app. I've been wanting to watch this, and I looked all over the Netflix, not there. Sending love for Serbia. Thank you, Millen. Movie, third Bollywood film. There's a problem with Mulan, the movie. When it comes straight to Disney Plus, we have to pay. Yes, I know, Perry. So Disney, I had done manifest. It works. I'm all about it these days, Tejas. And I tell my husband because he will get negative sometimes. And I'm like, no, we have to stay positive. Use VPN app, set location in India, and you'll be able to. Oh, but I don't know how to do all this fancy stuff, Anaran. Plus, if I get from India, I won't be able to understand it if I don't have subtitles. Will I be able to get English subtitles? I bet not. I bet you I won't. And I won't be able to understand it. What's your national? New Home Alone 6 on Disney Plus. Hey, babes, I need your help now. What do you need my help for? And who called me babes? Who said you can call me babes? Bloodshot was terrible. I want my Vin Diesel owes me money, Anna. For the first time in your career, there is somebody out there who asked for their money back. Listen, I was mad. Oh, it's Blair, by the way. Blair, what do you need? All right, then I know I'll give you my help, Blair, because I like me some Blair. Uh-oh, I lost where I'm at. But I feel like I'm catching up. Where does he need? Okay, Blair. Maybe I was being a little mean and spoke out of turn. I don't know what. Auntie, did you hear a reboot of 3 Men and a Baby? I didn't. Zach, he's in it. I would love that. I like me some I like Zac Efron's abs. I'm just curious, the green screen, not using it. Tyler, I don't know how to use it when I'm doing the streaming on 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 the YouTube app. Because Zoom, I use it for my Zoom. I can do the backgrounds. I use it when I make my videos because I can put in the green screen. But I don't know how to do it when I don't from just YouTube. Maybe is there a way? I could have been doing it this whole time and I didn't Google it. I'll have to learn how. Hi, Vicky's here. I thought today's Tuesday, but it's Wednesday. I'm late. Yeah, because look, it's 1 hour and 55 minutes I've been on. I got to go in a minute. That's why I'm going through comments super fast. I wish I can show you on here because I would like to show you a picture of baby. No, Mr. Carius. Someone already showed me something about the babies. Somebody. So I guess in Kentucky they had a big earthquake in Kentucky this week, like a couple of days ago. And then they had this picture going around that Pennywise was there because they showed his foot. And then I seen a picture of what they thought was Pennywise's foot. And I've been freaked out ever since. I don't want to see no baby Pennywise. I don't. What is this Binod? B-I-N-O-D. Why do people keep saying this? People keep saying this. I don't know what this is. Look, that Deepu keeps saying, what does that mean? Please react to America First, Indian Second official video of Fly Sauce channel. It's basically a satire of Trump's USA First policy. It's funny as, all right, let me write that down. I got the Hotstar app. I got America First, India Second. I'm gonna have to check that out. Even if I don't react, I wanna watch it. It sounds good. Tyler, she's literally leaving the comments. Finally, Tyler came over to help me. I'm like, all these people like, you don't read my comments. I'm like, that's what's taking me so long to get through them. I like to read every one. I like to know what everybody says and thinks. They must be new. They have to be new. Those people come on, so I don't read their comments. Why do you keep saying this Binod? I don't know. I don't understand it. It better not be a bad word. I'll be mad if it's a bad word. I love you all, but son, bye. Please. Bye, Mr. Carius. I gotta go too. I gotta take care of yourselves. Like the Jerry Springer. Mr. Bean Holiday, Bollywood is going to be destroyed, I think, because people are insulting and unfollow so much. Really? No hard feelings, just like the correct people on the internet. Usually I'm not wrong. What is this everybody doing? Now Vicky's doing it. I don't understand what this is. But look, I'm caught up with the comments. Almost. I'm cooking a job soon. I don't know. You're cooking it, Rishi? Wait, you're going to get a job cooking? It's okay, Aniran. All right. I found a proposal ring. And it's for me, and I'm proposing him. What do I do? Why don't you found one that you like? Well, you know what? Maybe you can have matching. Like that wouldn't be bad to have matching rings. Look at mine. Well, this isn't my official wedding ring. I like used to wear gloves, like because I worked in the research lab, right? I would wear gloves all the time, and I feel like it would get my rings dirty, and I was always afraid of because mine has like a diamond in it, and I was always afraid to lose a stone. So I really never wear my engagement ring because I was like, that's like, or my wedding, and I had the wedding band, but it didn't even fit right. So I was like, I want something to wear on my finger for the wedding ring that's like it's silver, not expensive, but just something if I get it, something wrong, like if I get it bent or if I get it scratched, I'm not going to be mad, right? So me and my husband got matching ones, and look, can you see? Let me see right there. It's upside down. Let me turn it this way. Can you see how it is on there? If you put ours together like his, it makes like a heart. Like his would make the other part of the heart. So I don't see why you can't have matching ones, Blair. I feel like you can have matching rings. Just a thought. All right, wait, here it is. For Doom, stop reacting to Bollywood movies. These Bollywood people runs a mafia, spreads terror. See, that's what everybody know. Netflix India has always English subtitles. You see, if you watch Hotstar, as far as I'm concerned. But that's what I'm saying. That Dil Bachero is not on my Netflix. But you're saying, oh, India. Will it have, oh, it always has English subtitles. Why did you, y'all better tell me why people saying this benign and laughing. It better not be no bad word. I don't even know. Bollywood is, he said a bad word, so it didn't show it. This, look, Pratish really don't. He's mad with these Bollywood and mafia people. Why am I keep losing? Okay, no, he is going to propose to me, but I'm going to do what if he proposes first. Oh, I'm sure you can take stuff back. I don't know. Blair, Blair, come back next week. I'm going to think about it. All right? Banana is a spam. It's just a troll comment. It doesn't mean if you're interested. Banana video. I never heard of that spam. So people are just trying to spam? Bye, Blair. I have to go. I know I got to go too. Remember me, Jethel, Mr. Karras, you're wonderful. Aw, twisted nerve. Vicky, even PewDiePie and other our YouTubers in the world are shocked around the world. Banan. They're all talking about this. Banad. Listen, this is the first. I just don't know why y'all keep saying it. I don't understand it. It's a boy who passed 10th STD board exam, 35 marks in all subjects, 35 passing mark out of 10. He got very famous. In fact, many big companies are using his name in their ads. Really? So why do people spam his name just to give him a shout out? I'm a human from Earth. As far as I hold Indian citizenship, I'm ethnically Indian. And good luck, Blair. You absolutely, yes, always good luck. Banad internet meme store. I'm going to have to check this Banad thing out. I'm not seeing it. Maybe my kids know. I think I'm caught up with the comments. And I've been over 2 hours talking. 2 hours. I think that's a record. But I'm going to have to go. I got stuff to do. My kids might not even be up. I had to pee for like the last 30 minutes. I'm going to have to check out. It's a troll comment. Well, don't keep saying it. Don't be trolling my stuff saying it, y'all. I'll check it out. I'm going to have to look at what the banat is. Only Indian knows what is a banat. See, but it's not a bad word. That's a good thing. It's not a bad word. All right, y'all. I'm going. I got to go. It's been over 2 hours. I'll be back next week. I love you all. Mwah. Take care. It's always a pleasure getting to talk. Look, 2 hours flew by. Flew by like nothing, right? Like they say time flies when you're having fun, and I always have fun with y'all. So take care of yourself. And hopefully YouTube will let me start uploading my videos and not blocking everything. We'll see. We will see, y'all. And I will see you next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.